Live on the Exeter Sports Network, it's Exeter Eagles Football 2025. Brought to you by Birdie's Inn, 160 Old Friedensburg Road at 5 Points in Exeter, the home of the best burgers and burgers. Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice. Advanced Comfort Specialists for all of your HVAC needs. And Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market in Flying Hill. Now to the Exeter Sports Network broadcast booth. Here are your announcers, Darren Ziner and Mike Mitchell.
Good evening. Welcome to the Exeter Eagles Varsity Football pregame show on the Exeter Sports Network, brought to you by Jerry Gelliff Media. Tonight, your Exeter Eagles take on the Pleasant Valley Bears. It all gets kicked off after these messages. You're watching the Exeter Sports Network.
Life moves fast. Your insurance should keep up. At Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, Brad Coley shops over 30 top-rated carriers to find the right coverage for you. Home, auto, business, life. Whatever you need, they've got your back. Real service, real savings, real fast. Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice.
We are coming to you live, Don Thomas Stadium, Repton, Pennsylvania, for Week 3 of the 2025 season, pitting your Exeter Eagles versus the Pleasant Valley Bears. Joined in the Exeter Sports Network booth with Mike Mitchell. I'm Darren Ziner. Mike, say hi to the folks.
Hello, everybody.
Mike, Exeter comes into tonight's game at 2-0 after a hard-fought 28-10 victory, as the wind blows everything around. Hopefully that's not something as far as an omen to come. All right, here we go. 28-10 last week, a win against Boyertown. Jackson Kozik got the Eagles on the board at the 10:37 mark of the first with a 3-yard TD run. Jake Franick adds the PAT. It's 7-0 Eagles. And Mike, Jackson really does add a different aspect to this offense.
Yeah, he's a really hard runner. You know, reminds me a little bit of Stutzman. You know, he can do the goal line stuff, but he has some speed too. He had that real nice long run against Boone to start the year. A combination of power and speed, reads his blocks well. He's definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Jake Hafer would enter the game. Riley Martinez would exit, and he'd get the first of his 2 TD runs. This one from 1 yard out. Another frantic PAT. It's 14-0 at the 2:50 mark of the first. And Mike, give credit to Jake Hafer. He comes in, leads the offense efficiently.
Yeah, unfortunately for Riley Martinez, his second straight year with tough injury, and Jake has to come in again. But he did a great job last year. He's such a good athlete. He can run the ball. He can throw the ball. We saw him catch a touchdown here week 1. So he's a great athlete, and as long as he needs to be in there, I'm sure the offense won't miss a beat. He throws a nice ball. He runs well, and he seems to have good timing with the receivers. So he proved last year he can do it. Now he's a senior. I'd expect even better things from him, for as long as he's in there.
Speaking of Jake Hafer, he's got an arm too. He hits Aiden Dauble for a 51-yard touchdown catch and run. It's 21-0 at the 2:53 mark of the 7. A Gavin Royce field goal for the Bears just before halftime gives the Eagles a 21-3 advantage at the break. But Mike, a solid first half for the Eagles.
Yeah, they got off to, it's been a theme for them, for many years here, getting up to a big dominant lead. Aiden Dauble's done a fantastic job receiving a ball this year. 5 catches for 84 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's a nice big target, and Hafer threw him a nice ball. So, when your quarterback goes down like that for the second time in 2 years, you'd expect the life to be taken out of a team. And these guys just, while I'm sure they were upset, just found a way to, go about their business and take care of business, next man up mentality.
Mentioning Jake Hafer with that touchdown pass on the day, he'd go only 4 of 7. 71 yards, he'd have a TD and an INT, but add to that 2 rushing touchdowns, which we will talk about. A scoreless third quarter, Boyertown gets a 4-yard Tillman Henley touchdown run, cutting the lead to 21-10. But again, Jake Hafer's second TD run, this one a 6-yarder, closed out Exeter's 28-10 win. So taking a look at that game, of course, the transition, and we talk about at halftime, typically, that you have to take a look. You got to make changes as far as positions and things of that nature. Had to do a little bit earlier in this game plan, but changing that offensive game plan, Leo Brown became the workhorse.
Yeah, he had a ton of carries. For the year I have him at 36 for 245, but I think he had 20-something of those, 32 for 154 last week. Yeah, so we saw last year he was going to be a good back. You saw the first game he was going to be a good back, and I think maybe his workload will increase. You also have Josh Jackson back there and Kozik who can run the ball, and Hafer's a threat to run at quarterback as well. So maybe they'll run a little more than throw, but Hafer proved he can do it, and he brought him back from that Conestoga Valley game last year in the regular season and threw that touchdown to Ware to tie it in the last minute. I mean, that was a heck of a comeback drive. So he's got the poise, he's got the leadership. I think that's he's going to just. This machine's going to keep rolling, I believe.
Senior Aiden Dauble led the receivers, 3 catches, 63 yards, and that aforementioned touchdown. Senior Jaden Ware, 2 for 55. Jackson Kozik adds the remaining 2 catches as well. That's a nice trio for Hafer to throw to.
Yeah, big targets, Dauble and Kozik, and Ware, his speed and pattern running, he gets by everybody. We've seen him get behind people constantly downfield. So, yeah, he does have nice big targets and fast targets to throw to. So, this offense is very similar to what they had last year. I mean, obviously Jaden Zandier is Jaden Zandier, but still, you have the same pieces in there, and they're doing basically the same things, and they're doing them really well. I'm really impressed with the offensive line and how well they've meshed some new guys in there with some of the things they lost, and they seem not to, they're averaging 207 yards rushing per game, 118 yards passing, so you're averaging 325 yards a game. That's pretty darn good, and 46 points a game. It's not so bad.
Indeed. Let's take a look at the defense. Last week, I'll tell you what, it was the junior show. Donovan Alvarez has 10 total tackles, 3 solo, 7 assists. Joshua Jackson, Braylon Reiner, 7 tackles each. Add Nicky Pashley with 6. It's a young group. And they're not only going to get better this year, they've got next year as well.
Yeah, those are some aggressive athletic players there. Alvarez, we saw him on kickoff team last year returning, and we saw him making plays. He does some great things. Reinert's a great athlete. Jackson we saw with a big touchdown run in the first game. He's a good athlete. So, yeah, and you make a great point. They're young. They're going to get better. And, right now the defense is playing really well. They're only giving up 193 yards a game total, 112 rush, 81 pass. So, and a lot of that was, like the third team against Daniel Boone. So a little skewed there with the 2 games because they were beating them so bad. So, yeah, I'm anxious to see the growth of this defense. And they forced turnovers. They have 3 interceptions already this year, 2 for touchdowns. Franek and Ware return 1 opening game. So, there's some good athletes that fly around and hit people, and they're quick.
We've talked about the offense. We've talked about the defense. Of course, when you have the special teamer, and indeed he is one, kicker Jake Franek, as far as his kickoffs, last week 5 kickoffs. He averaged 55 yards on those kicks, 2 touchbacks. He only had 1 punt. That was 44 yards. Talk about a guy who can single-handedly change the course of a game, pinning the defense or the offense back for the opposition. But he's a special player.
It's so huge because in high school football, to drive 80 yards or, with some of the punts that he has, make a team drive 90 yards, you're talking about making mistakes and things. That's very difficult to do consistently. And he makes them do it consistently. And with the amount of points and the volume of offense Exeter puts up, he's kicking off a lot. And that it really puts teams behind an 8 ball. And you can take some chances defensively and get aggressive when you have teams pinned deep, and and that forces some of the turnovers. So I think you got to love that if you're Matt Power and his Exeter defensive staff, because you're not giving up field position. Conversely, with returners like Ware, Brown, you got Jackson back there. Those guys, Alvarez, they return kicks past the 50 most of the time. So Exeter's, they're playing on a short field, which is totally opposite. So that, it's a real weapon. Special teams probably doesn't get talked enough about enough for this Exeter program.
Very true. It is youth night here at Exeter Senior High School. A plethora of youngsters, players, cheerleaders alike on the field, ready to welcome in their varsity Exeter Eagles. And while they wait for that, let's talk about Pleasant Valley very quickly. They come into Rifton, if you didn't know where they were from, they're from Broadheadsville. Overall, they're 1-1 on the season. In week 1, they lost to Governor Mifflin 35-20. They beat the Huskies of Louis E. Deeruff last week 34-7. Here's a team in 2023. They basically reached the apex of where you can. Lost a lot of graduating seniors 1 year ago, 0-10. And as we've talked about with Daniel Boone, some other teams, when you've got a team so young, you're looking for players in positions, and they really have to gel in a hurry.
Yeah, the thing that stands out to me is they don't have a huge roster, and it's a really big school, so they're probably trying to generate the excitement. I can remember watching Pleasant Valley play Wyomissing in 2012 when Wyomissing won the state championship. Wyomissing won that game by 4 points. Pleasant Valley had a decent program back then. They're trying to get that back, but it starts with numbers. And you look over there, it looks like 7 or 8 guys not dressed tonight, injured. So they're probably fighting that a little bit too. But they do have a pretty decent running attack. Chris Ward, had 112 yards versus Mifflin a few weeks ago. Quarterback Jackson Hines was 8 for 12 for 103 yards. They put up 20 points on Mifflin, so they are getting better. And, maybe we'll hopefully see a much more competitive effort out of them tonight than we did last year.
They're led by head coach Blake Sager. And as you mentioned, second-year starter Jackson Haynes will take the lead, 5'9", 165 senior. He'll have a few targets to throw to, some size on the outside. Wide receiver Will Brewer goes 6'4", 185. He's a junior. The other wide receiver that he'll target, 6'2", 205 senior Johnny Wheeler. So as much as they'll have, and they utilize the fullback as well, which we'll talk about, but it's going to be a team, they play the triple option offense. They're going to look for a lot of quick hits. So the Exeter defense will have to be on their toes.
Well, when you face a triple option, you have to be assignment perfect. If you've got the fullback, you've got the fullback. If you have the pitch man, you've got to have the pitch man. If you have the quarterback, you've got to take the quarterback. If you mess up an assignment, that gives them a chance to go the distance. So, I'm sure I was watching Exeter warm up, and they looked like everybody knew what they were doing. Obviously, every week they do. But you have to be assignment perfect when you play the option. What makes them a little unique is they can throw the ball out of this, too. So, you put people in the box to try and stop that triple option, and, you got some big, tall athletes that are one-on-one coverage out there. So it'll be a challenge for the secondary, I'm sure.
You mentioned as far as the running back, Chris Ward, he'll definitely see some time, we would expect this evening. The fullback, Jake George, will also be prominent, or at least we expect, in the offense tonight. So just like you mentioned, for the Exeter defense, they're going to try to run in between the tackles, quick hits. They're going to try to stretch the field with some screen plays. They'll short yard passing. You may not necessarily see him. Maybe every now and then they'll try to catch the Exeter defense sleeping and take a shot downfield, looking for the mismatch somewhere on the field. So, yeah, Exeter obviously very talented in the secondary. The linebacker position for Exeter will be very, very important tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll have to go read their keys, and they'll have to, the linemen got to fill gaps. The thing they really have to make sure of, we always said, other than Bishop McDevitt, who's just ultra talented, the only way you were going to beat Exeter last year was to keep the offense off the field. And they're kind of similar this year. This kind of offense, triple option, if you can run it effectively, you could have 8-9-minute drives, and that will keep the Exeter offense off the field. So that's something Exeter doesn't want to happen.
Right. Of course, we're talking about Pleasant Valley's offense and how potent it could be. As we just talked a few minutes ago, the challenge is not only the numbers that we see tonight, but such a young core, you have to hit your assignment every single time. So it's a lot to ask of a young group, and we'll see how they can execute tonight.
Yeah, and, it is a young group, but I think that, one thing about Exeter, they're always prepared. So if you're prepared for the triple option and The tough part's getting the scout team to give you a good look at it all week. That's not always easy to do, but watching it in warm-ups, it looked like they really were well drilled. Everybody was getting where they need to be. So, if you defend this right, you can get some turnovers on it. So it'll be interesting to see that too.
We are winding down to the start of tonight's game. 80 degrees. That's something maybe we see later on in August. Sometimes it starts to get a little bit cooler in the beginning of September, but as Lee Corso would say, not so fast as 80 degrees. And we start this evening taking a look at the flag, fairly still this evening. So don't expect the weather to be a factor at all.
No, I don't think it will be. It's a beautiful night for early September. And, so Exeter should be able to throw like they typically do and do everything they need to do. And, it's going to be interesting to see. Hafer's now starting. When you come into a game, you get the adrenaline and everything going. Sometimes we have a week to think about it, but he did it last year. So I'm anxious to see them on offense and see what they can get going here.
The stands are packed here at Exeter. A great turnout for youth night this evening. Taking care of the coin flip at midfield, and we're going to take a look to see.
It's like Pleasant Valley's got the ball.
That's right. They are going to receive to get this started, so Jake Franick will put the ball on the tee before too long. Something that's good for us just before we go to the national anthem, I think we can pick out Exeter's numbers a little bit easier with the jerseys that they're wearing this evening instead of the black with the bluish silver tint that sometimes is difficult to pick up.
Yeah, there's apologies to Jake Hafer. I recognize Braylon Reiner for catching a touchdown. It was not. It was Jake. And apologies to Jackson, because Josh Jackson, he had a touchdown run that I credit to Leo Brown. My old eyes did not do well. I promise to do better tonight.
So we've got 12 minutes up on the board as we await the playing of our national anthem. And yeah, we talk about the Exeter offensive line. It all starts with Joel Marino.
Yeah, he's a leader. He's a catalyst on the field and, both sides of the ball and in the weight room. And, with everything this team does, he's the heart and soul and a real leader. Matt Bauer praised him, and you got to love watching him play football. He's like the Energizer Bunny. There's no off plays. There's nothing that's not 120 miles an hour. It's a joy to watch him play.
You've got the left tackle for Exeter, Kevin Oswald, 6'5", 235. And the junior will have certainly his hands full protecting Jake Hafer tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though, he does a really nice job blocking up front. They run behind him a lot. And, he's a big, strong guy. He looks bigger than last year even. So I think he'll be up to the challenge.
Taking a look at I'll say the beef, if you will. And let me pull this information up. When I mention as far as the Bears do have some size on the line, take a look at Colin O'Neill. The junior goes 6'3", 275. Anthony Salvi, the sophomore, 6 feet, 255. And John Triantafello, he goes 5'8", 235. So if they can gel early, young group, but they have the potential to turn into something special.
Yeah, they definitely have the size, and that, everything starts up front in football. You got to control the line of scrimmage. So yeah, they definitely have that potential.
And we will go silent for the playing of our national anthem. We mentioned the jersey Exeter, blue jerseys, black numbering with black pants. The visiting Bears of Pleasant Valley, white jerseys with a navy blue number and pants.
These blue jerseys are definitely better for the numbers.
They are. Some of the first things that you recognize when you settle in to call a game is, can you see everything okay? And it's difficult to actually hold binoculars while you're doing this because you're writing and everything else. So
yeah, it makes it hard. I tried that, but then your stats suffer and everything else suffers.
That's right.
But laser focused tonight. These numbers are ingrained.
Back deep for the Bears, Nico Payan. He's a 5'10", 185-pound senior. He'll be in the backfield tonight for the Bears. Jake Franick will put the ball on the tee at the 40-yard line. 12 minutes, as mentioned, up on the clock. And we are ready for Friday Night Lights here in Rifton. Franick has the ball in the air. It's going to go over the head of everybody into the end zone for another touchback.
That was 5-6 yards deep in the end zone. Great kick by Franick. And again, you know, they're deep in their own territory. It's tough to go 80 yards in high school.
They'll put the ball on the 20, and that's where the Bears will start, 1st and 10. So Pleasant Valley again led by second-year starter Jackson Haynes. We'll see who joins him in the backfield. He'll be under center. Motion from left to right. Here's a quick pitch to the right. Running is Chris Ward. He'll get across the 25. A good pickup for the Bears on 1st down. Again, a very quick sweep. Quick hitters for the Bears tonight. Give him 9, and it'll be 2nd and 1.
Yeah, that was well blocked on the corner. They did a nice job of blocking down, and a good cut by Ward to pick up 9 solid yards on 1st down. That's what you want to do if you're Pleasant Valley. Control the ball and keep this Exeter offense off the field.
2nd and 1, ball on the 29-yard line. Haynes comes out under center. Motion again left to right. He's going to roll to his left. He's looking. It's going to be a quick dump over the middle. Trying to hit his fullback, number 35, Andrew Schmitz, but it falls incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and short.
Very nice coverage in the secondary there by Exeter. Good call, a little play action on 2nd and short, but good pressure from the weak side there. Looked like Andre Osborne providing some pressure.
And I didn't see who was on the back end of that, but good defense as well, blanketing the receiver, forcing this 3rd down.
Yeah, Kevin Oswald also on the pressure. Did a great job overall.
Haynes again under center. He'll have a split backfield. Man in the slot, a receiver at the end of the line on the right. There's motion again. It's going to be a handoff right up the middle. He'll get the 30-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Give him 2 yards. We'll take a look.
Isaac Westerman.
Yep, Isaac Westerman, number 25, a 5'9", 205-pound fullback. We mentioned in the pregame that a fullback is prevalent in the offense for the Bears, and we see it there. 1st and 10. Going to be I think the option there, but Exeter right away, Andre Osborne seemed to be the first guy on the spot.
Yeah, that was a nice play. That was assignment perfect. You're right, it was a triple option. Quarterback decided to keep it, but Exeter did their assignments. Osborne crashed through. He had the quarterback and made the play.
Looks like they'll give him maybe a yard. We'll call it officially a yard. Looks maybe like a yard and a half. Needless to say, we'll call it 2nd and 9.
These are the situations you don't want to be in with the triple option long. You know, they do have some kids who can catch, but 2 tight ends here. Doesn't look like. Well, no, one tight end. Sorry.
So Haynes under center again. Motion again. He'll go back to pass. He's looking. He'll throw it over the middle. It's tipped and picked off, I think. No, they're going to say incomplete. The backer gets a hand on it.
I think it was Jackson Kozik there. Nice play. He tipped it and almost caught it himself.
Had the opportunity. It falls to the turf. So 3rd and long. Good play again by the defense. The Bears come out of the huddle. Haynes again under center. This time they split wide left with a receiver in the left slot. He'll roll to his left. He's looking. He'll fire it. It's off the hands of the receiver, Nico Payan. Good defense there by Exeter. It falls incomplete, and it'll be 4th down, and the Bears will kick it away.
Yeah, Josh Jackson, a good job on coverage there for Exeter, right there with him and broke the pass up. So now the other thing with pinning a team deep, they don't move the ball, you're going to end up with good field position. So that's a good chance Exeter's beyond the 50-yard line on this, depending if they get any kind of return here.
Stephon Fuller, the up man, at about the 49. Jaden Ware stands back at his own 38. Taking a look, Chris Ward kicks it away. Contact is made with him. A flag comes in. It's ultimately picked up by Exeter with the tackle made, but we'll go back to the flag.
Yeah, unfortunately, they had a chance to block the kick, just missed it, and I don't know if we're going to get roughing the kicker probably.
The officials will discuss it. It'll be a personal foul running into the kicker by Exeter. It will give the Bears a 1st down.
Yeah, it's tough to hold up. They were right. There was a jailbreak up front. They had a real good chance to block the kick, just missed it. But when you miss it, you're going to get the kicker, and that's what happened.
So they're going to bring the ball all the way out to the 48-yard line. And Pleasant Valley will take over. 9:43 on the clock. The other thing to do if you are Pleasant Valley tonight is you want to control that clock. Talk about some of the keys to the game. If they can keep the vaunted Exeter offense off the field, certainly an opportunity for them.
Absolutely, and the penalties are something that Exeter's got to clean up. I think we talked about it in the pregame.
Haynes in the gun this time. He'll drop straight back. He's got pressure. Down he goes at the 41. Absolutely
Joel
nothing
Marino
there.
Joel Marino with a sack. There were about 3 or 4 guys in there, but Marino got him. Big play by the defense. Got the momentum right back on their side.
Joel Marino with the 7-yard loss on the sack. Something these Pleasant Valley Bears want to stay away from. Of course, 2nd and long, no doubt 3rd and long, and a sack like that on 1st down doesn't help their cause.
Not at all.
Here's a quick pitch to Ward on the outside. He's looking for some room, but Jaden Ware does a nice job cutting him inside. The tackle made by Andre Osborne.
What a great job by Osborne getting downfield, staying on the line and making the play. And like you said, Ware took on a block and forced him to cut back, and really nothing there.
Give him 3. It'll bring up 3rd and 13. Put the ball just inside their own 44-yard. That's right, it is the 44. They'll break the huddle, 8:20 to go here in the first. Exeter has yet to see the football on offense. Haynes will be in the gun. He's got a running back to his side. He'll give the ball there. Nothing there, barely getting over the 45. Pleasant Valley playing it safe there, not wanting to turn it over, probably playing the field position game.
Try not to make it, when you're behind the sticks that big. But there you saw the effects of triple option. Somebody got the quarterback even though he didn't have the ball, didn't rough him. Everybody had everybody manned up. Great job by the defense to force 2 4th downs on that drive.
Chris Ward will kick it away for the Bears. Back deep, Jaden Ware. He'll stand at his own 24-yard line. Here's the kick. It's a good high kick. The up man, Stefan Fuller, I believe, will make the fair catch. Put the ball at the 34-yard line, and that's where Exeter will take over 1st and 10.
Great job by the Exeter defense there. You hold them, to a 4th down, make a punt, personal foul penalty, but they go right back and make 2 negative plays in a row. Positive plays for Exeter, negative for Pleasant Valley. So great job keeping their poise and not getting rattled when they made a mistake.
That is absolutely correct. 11 plays for Pleasant Valley there. Not able to do anything with the football, and Exeter takes over. Jake Hafer will be in the gun. Leo Brown will be sidecar right. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Here's going to be the handoff going right up the middle. A nice move. He'll get the 40. Probably the 41 out to the 42-yard line. So quick 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and short.
Yeah, it was a good initial cut by Brown. Play was supposed to go, I think, off tackle, but he cut it up inside and got a nice gain out of it. Well blocked at the point of attack, sorry.
That's okay. 2nd and 2, put the ball at the 42. Hafer again will come out in the gun. To his right will be Brown. On the left side, 2 receivers, 2 again on the right as well. Jaden Ware in motion left to right. There's the snap. It's going to be a quick screen to him. He'll make a nice move. Good defense, though, as the secondary came up. It's going to be close to a 1st down. We'll see where they mark it. But swing Jaden Ware from the left side to the right.
Yeah, one of the things Matt Bauer said, in the preseason was, obviously Ware's going to have a bigger role this year, and they're looking for ways to get him the ball. That was a nice creative way to do something. If he makes one more guy there miss, he might have gone the distance.
They give him the 1st down, 1st and 10 on their own 44-yard line. Hafer again in the gun. Brown will be sidecar right. Again, 2 receivers split left and right. There's the snap. Give it to Brown. He gets pushed back. There is absolutely nowhere to go.
Wow, what penetration by the Pleasant Valley defensive line there. They read that one well and got in the backfield quickly. Maybe they jumped a snap count there. That's a 5-yard loss.
Number 73, Ricky Merklin. A 5'11", 195-pound senior, first man on the spot. Takes it back to the 40-yard line. It's a loss of 4. It'll be 2nd and 14. Hafer again in the gun. This time the running back behind him. Motion right to left is Dauble. They'll keep coming. Here's the pitch. But this one is getting out across the 45. Give the ball Leo Brown. Give him the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 9.
Yeah, I like that play. Dauble goes in motion and becomes the lead blocker out in the corner. That's a big guy out there. Now you're in a 3rd and manageable. Nice play.
So 9 yards there for Leo Brown. Brings up 3rd and about 5. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first. Exeter looking to get into Pleasant Valley territory. Hafer again in the gun. Brown behind him. He'll take the handoff running left. They try to get him at the ankles. Can't do it, and he's gone! He's going to outrun the defense for 51 yards. And Exeter up 6-0 at the 4:36 mark of the first.
Wow, Leo Brown continues to amaze. He had 2 guys at the point of attack. Looked like it was going to be a loss or, tackled at the line of scrimmage. He used his strength, broke those tackles, and then just took off. Speed and power. Unbelievable. Did kind of the same thing against Boone 2 weeks ago. Great run for Brown.
Just like you mentioned, he had just crossed the 50. Looked like he could be stopped for a short gain. 2 guys down around his knees and his ankles can't bring him down. And there's the acceleration, the power, and the speed of Leo Brown taking it to the house. Jake Franick on for the PAT. Jaden Ware puts it down. Franick punches it through. And it's 7-0 Exeter.
Well, I tell you what, you got a lot of high school running backs with some power that can run you over and plotters and you got kids with speed who get to the outside. He's got both, man. To break those tackles like he did, those are some big linemen, and then just turn on the jets, And you got to credit the downfield blocking because he was slowed up, and the guys who were downfield, I get to see all of them, stayed with their blocks, which enabled that to be a big play.
Something Exeter has been able to do year after year. They come up with the big play. It doesn't matter if it's through the air. It doesn't matter if it's on the ground. And, of course, Leo Brown this year on the ground, their big hitter, as he shows us there.
And they're resilient. I mean, you get backed up there, first down carry, easy for me to say, first down carry, 5-yard loss. And, they don't get panicked. They just do what they do. They gain 9 of it back, and then they go to work. And, same thing on defense. They got the personal foul penalty. Instead of panicking, just do what they do. They're used to winning. That's the thing. And winning breeds winning, and they're confident in what they do. They're prepared, and that's not something every high school team does.
The old adage of rising tide raises all ships, and you get a play like that, it raises everybody on your team. Defense, offense, here's Jake Franick kicking it off. He's got a leg into it. It's going to come down to Ward at about the 1. He's going to bring it to the right side. Good defense there, taken down by a host of Eagles. And the Bears will be pinned inside the 20, put the ball at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, nice kickoff coverage there. Good deep kick again. Didn't quite get in the end zone, but they pinned him deep. Donovan Alvarez among the many in the tackle, but great coverage by the kickoff team there. Actually better than in the end zone. They're starting at the 12-yard line.
A well-rounded Exeter team. Clicking on offense, clicking on defense. And, of course, the special teams as well. So Jackson Haynes will bring out the Bears. He'll be under center this time. Motion is right to left. They're going to give a quick hit up the middle.
Yeah, they went to, I believe, Westerman, the fullback again. Oh, no, it was 15.
Yep, that was Jacob George,
yep,
the fullback. For a short gain, bring him out to the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4 and 2nd and 6.
Good job up front by Exeter. They had everything blocked away. Good hard run.
The Bears will break the huddle. Haynes now in the gun. Got a running back to his right. It's going to be an option. He's going to pitch it left. There is absolutely nothing there. A flag comes in, and the running back gets away. Able to cross the 30. Talk about a spirited effort there from Chris Ward.
Wow, I thought he was down. What a great job. Check the flags.
A flag did come in. I wonder if this is going to be a hold against Pleasant Valley. It was in the area as he was running. There's the option play, and it is against Pleasant Valley.
Yeah.
So a good run by Chris Ward negated by penalty.
Yeah, everybody was where they needed to be. He just ran through some tackles there. Maybe Exeter thought he was down. Hard to tell. There was such a pile. A host of Eagles broke through the line there. But regardless, that's a big break.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 16. Put the ball way back at the 10-yard line. We talk about Exeter having to watch as far as penalties. Last week against Boyertown, 8 penalties, 75 yards. This one really, really hurts the Bears, as they would have had a first down and the drive would have continued.
Yeah, and they would have had some field position and breathing room. Now they're up against it and way behind the sticks. So that's a huge play.
Haynes will be in the gun, 2 receivers right. He'll drop, he's looking, he'll fire it to the right side. It's complete around the 16-yard line. And still in the scrum, able to get out to the 25 is Nico Payan.
Nice catch and run by Payan there. Good ball by Haynes.
There's the quick hitters that we've talked about. Bring the ball to the 25-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 2.
That was a huge gain. It looked like Exeter was lined up wrong there. There was nobody out on Payan. Now, they could have been in like a looser coverage because of the distance, but seemed like nobody was out there.
So 15 yards on the pass and catch. Haynes will be under the center now. Ward in motion. I think this is going to be offside against Exeter. It looked like they moved on the left side.
Yeah, good job by Pleasant Valley's quarterback there. You get third and short, change the cadence, get them to jump. Take advantage of their aggressiveness.
And just as we talked about the penalty biting Pleasant Valley, Exeter offsides, gives up the first down. Put the ball on the 30-yard line, winding down to 2 minutes to go here in the first. It's 7-0 Exeter. Haynes under center, pulls out, decides to take a look at coach. They'll keep the play. Two receivers right. It's going to be a quick hit right up the middle. No, it's not. The ball's actually on the turf. They're fighting for it. And does Exeter have it? They tried an option to the left, but the toss to Chris Ward was off. It hit the ground, was loose. But the Bears able to fall back on it.
Yeah, good fake by the quarterback, to the fullback and did the pitch. They ran everything right, but Exeter was assignment perfect. And like we said in the pregame, if you're where you need to be, you can create turnovers against the option. If you hit people as it happens, and that's what happened there. Just didn't come up with it.
2nd and 14, it'll push for a 4-yard loss. Put the ball just inside the 26-yard line. Haynes again under center. But before the play goes off.
Delay a game. Going to back them up even further.
Indeed it will, 5 more yards. Second and 19 from the 21-yard line. Penalties hurting Pleasant Valley early. Haynes will be under center here, motion left to right. He'll roll to the right, he's looking, he'll throw it up, he's got a receiver, he hits him, but the ball's loose! He hits his receiver, number 35, Andrew Schmids. It's knocked out of his hands.
It looked like Nick Pashley did that. Great job coming across, or was it Alvarez? I think Pashley got in there and broke it up, or Donovan Alvarez, I couldn't tell, it was one of those two, got in there and knocked it away. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with the ball.
So taking a look, they're going to move the ball out to about the 27-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 6. Still going to bring up 3rd and long. And we're going to have a timeout on the field. Actually, that is the end of the first quarter as I take a look at the clock. We've played 12 here in Rifton. It is 7-0 Exeter. And I'm getting some direction as to what to do before anything else happens. And here you go. Everyone's got a Birdie's story. First 8. Birthday bash, that one burger you still dream about. At Birdie's Inn, we've been feeding Exeter for decades with killer burgers, cold beer, and a stage that keeps the nights alive. This week, Saturday 7 to 10 p.m., Practical Saints and the Saints sing-along. Sunday 1 to 8, they've got the NFL Sunday Ticket. Monday 5 to 8 p.m., Dancing on the Deck with DJ Jimmy 2K. Tuesday 6:30 to 9:30 is open mic night. Wednesday 7 to 9, Jumpin' Jay's music trivia on the deck. And Friday 7 to 10, Matty Koss returns to the deck. It's not just food, it's not just fun, it's where memories are made. Birdie's Inn, 5 points in Exeter. Come make your story. So, Mike, impressions of those first 12 minutes?
Well, Pleasant Valley hasn't done much offensively, but they have possessed the ball. So they've been able to stay in the game that way. They've made enough plays to get a couple first downs and took advantage of a couple Exeter penalties to pick up 2 of those first downs. but the line of scrimmage is pretty much being controlled by Exeter. And the one time they had the ball, their explosive play from Brown.
3rd and 8. Put the ball on the 32-yard line. Haynes under center. We'll see if this one is on Exeter. I'm going to say it's going to be another offsides. They're second.
Not something you see a lot from Exeter. I don't know. I saw the Exeter coaches earlier talking to the officials about a Pleasant Valley lineman flinching a couple plays ago. And I don't know if that's, somebody's doing something with motion there that's getting them to do that, or they're just, not watching the ball and listening to snap count instead.
In that first quarter, 19 plays for Pleasant Valley, 5 for Exeter.
Yeah.
Here's Haynes under center. He's going to keep it, try to pitch it. The ball's, I think, if it was on the ground or the running back Marcellus Salt able to get it, but it's going to be a short gain, if anything, but it's short of a first down. We'll see what Pleasant Valley does here. It'll be 4th and about 3.
Good job by Exeter again against the triple option. They haven't really gotten much out of that. They got a big run on a toss sweep that wasn't out of the option, and a big pass play, but they haven't gotten much out of the option. Exeter's done a nice job defending that. They've been assignment perfect.
Chris Ward stands at his 20, waiting for the football to punt it away. Exeter has a chance to get good field position. Gets a lot of air. Jaden Ware comes up. He's got it at the 42. He's going the wrong way to start. Looking for a hole. He's got the 50. The 40. One man to beat. He's got a block. He'll cut it inside. Back to the outside.
Oh.
And they're going to mark him down at the 6-yard line. What a return from Jaden Ware.
What a play. There was confusion. Let's start. Exeter had somebody running off the field, somebody running on. There was confusion. Jaden Ware, 35, was down there for Pleasant Valley. Ware just used his speed to get to the outside, made a cut, and then directed his blocker at the end and cut back. What an electrifying play. What a playmaker he is.
52 yards on the return from Jaden Ware. And you talk about, if we went to last year and we talked about Jaden Zandier and the way he waited for blocks, that he didn't rush the line. He waited for his big boys to get in front of him. Talk about the same thing right there with Jaden Ware. Running backwards, let his block set up, and then he followed him all the way almost to the end zone.
Absolutely, and then directed traffic at the end with who to block. It was poetry. Well done.
1st and goal, ball on the 6-yard line. Jake Hafer will be in the gun. He'll have Leo Brown behind him. There's the snap. Give it to Leo Brown, trying to run up the middle, but Chris Ward and company. Ajani Wheeler also there. They make the stop for no gain. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, credit that one to the Pleasant Valley front. They did a nice job penetrating gaps and getting in the backfield, made it tough for Brown. See if they get Kozik involved here.
This might be an opportunity for Kozik as well as Aiden Dauble using their size.
Yeah.
Hafer again will be in the gun. He'll have Brown behind him. Single receivers right and left. Fakes the handoff. He's rolling left. He's got a man wide open. Can't bring it in. Trying to take a look to see if that was Jackson Kozik or was it Leo. I'm trying to.
That was.
They're going to say it was Braylon Reinert. Just couldn't bring it in. And it'll be 3rd and goal. Had the right play call.
Yeah, fooled everybody on that one.
So 3rd and goal. As Hafer brings the Eagles to the line. Single receivers right, one split left. Aiden Dauble in motion. Here's a pitch to Leo Brown. He's going to try to get to the corner, and he does. Touchdown. Nice blocking on the end there. I was afraid they might throw a flag.
Looks like they did.
It looked like there could have been a hold on the edge, but they're going to call procedure. against Exeter. So take the touchdown off the board.
I didn't see that. But
So move the ball back to the 11-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 11. Not sure that was a late flag or not. I didn't see it thrown right as the play materialized.
Yeah, I didn't. That was an odd penalty. Usually if it's motion like that, it goes right away.
So Exeter comes out 3rd and goal, put the ball on the 11. Hafer in the gun, Leo Brown behind him, single receivers left and right. There's the snap, fake the handoff. He's going to roll left. Another flag flies. He'll throw it to the end zone. Caught for a touchdown. Aiden Dauble with the catch, but we'll see about the flag.
They're going to get him again for motion.
Pleasant Valley is pointing to Exeter. And indeed, again, we'll see. And they're going to call, there's obviously something the officials are seeing. They're calling procedure again. I think Coach Bauer might want to have some discussion.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but what a catch by Dauble. It's not going to count, but that was a heck of a catch. I mean, good ball by Hafer just getting it there because he looked kind of covered, but he leapt up and caught that one. That was a great play by Dauble.
So we've got a timeout on the field. This is one of those. This actually happened in week 1 where the defense was jumping offside. And at that point, it was later on in the game, and they didn't know what they were doing. They were pointing to the football because there were 3 straight plays that they called offside on the defense. The defense is saying the ball's moving. So a similar situation here where 3 straight penalties takes them back to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know. They don't look like they're moving. I don't know if maybe they're not lined up right. Maybe somebody's off the ball that should be on the ball or vice versa. It's odd. And the coaches didn't complain to the officials, so they just addressed it in the timeout there. Hopefully they'll get it squared away.
I was very interested to see Coach Bauer's reaction to the last penalty.
Yeah, I thought he called timeout to talk to the official, but apparently it was to correct whatever was happening.
Right.
That's why you have coaches in the booth that are probably telling them what they're seeing.
So move the ball back to the 16-yard line. It's still 3rd and goal. Hafer will be in the gun. Leo Brown will be to his left. Now there's 2 receivers to the left. The right is empty. Here's the snap to Hafer. He's going to hand it off to Brown, who's going to run up the middle. He's dancing. He'll get inside the 10. They'll take it back to pretty close to the original line of scrimmage, but they'll stop him at the 7. And it'll be 4th and goal. So, Mike, do you put it on Jake Franick's foot or do you go for it?
Well, I would go for it, but it looks like Exeter is going to go for it.
They're going to go for it. Jake Hafer will be in the gun. Leo Brown behind him. Single receivers right and left. Under 10 minutes to go here in the second. Hafer has the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to roll left. He's going to throw left, and it's knocked away. Good defense there by number 15, Jacob George.
Yeah, George made a nice play because he was beat. He had to get a step on him. Hafer just didn't quite get enough on it. He threw it off his back foot a little bit. But a good play call. Hafer had the corner there. He could have ran it maybe.
So a turnover on downs for Exeter.
For you baseball fans out there, the Phillies are beating the Marlins 2-0. Was our producer extraordinaire, Jerry Geloff, with the score update.
We'll see if we can't give you a full rundown of the games occurring tonight in the Lancaster-Lebanon League, all 28 of them. So here, Haynes will come out under center. He'll go talk to his running back. Play clock under 5. The handoff will go to the right side. Not a whole lot there. Kevin Oswald, the first one on the scene.
Yeah, Oswald Dauble did a good job of stopping Westerman there.
They'll bring it out to the 9-yard line.
Yeah, Pleasant Valley hasn't had much running up the middle. They've done a good job stopping the fullback.
2nd and 8 for the Bears.
It's a big series for Exeter. You want to stop them quick here and get the ball back in good field position. Put another touchdown up and get the ball back at the half.
Haynes will be in the gun this time. 2 receivers to the right. He'll take the snap. It's a quick throw to the right. He'll make the completion, hit right away. Looking at the 15-yard line. Looked like Nico Payan. So it'll bring up 3rd and short, about 2 for the Bears.
That was a good ball. That was the same pass they got in a big 2nd and long earlier. Put twins out there, Payan being the inside twin, and he's been open both times they've run that.
So we talked about pregame, the quick hitters to those receivers. Haynes barking out the signals to his offense. He's under center. He'll take the snap. It's a quick handoff. I think the ball is loose, and Exeter has it.
All right.
They tried a quick hitter, but Exeter got penetration on the left side, knocked it loose, and they come up with it.
Yeah, there's just, you got to credit the interior Exeter defensive line and their linebackers. You know, if you're going to run the triple option, the fullback has to get some yards too, and they just got nothing out of that all night.
Big play by the Exeter defense, setting up the offense with excellent field position just outside the 15-yard line.
Muhlenberg leads Daniel Boone 26-0 after 1 quarter of play.
Hafer will be in the gun. Leo Brown to his right. Single receivers left and right there. It's going to be a handoff. He's running the left side. He's got a huge hole. He's in the end zone. 15-yard touchdown run. Leo Brown has his 2nd of the game.
I don't think he got touched there. That was very well blocked up front, and Brown just took advantage of his speed and got in the end zone. Great block and way to convert right away after a turnover.
8:03 to go here in the 2nd. 13-0 Exeter as we await Franic's PAT. The hold Jaden Ware. The snap, ball down, his legs through it. And he kicks it into Redding. 8:03 to go here in the 2nd. 14-0 Exeter. We'll be right back after this break. You're watching the Exeter Sports Network.
Life moves fast.
How long was that run? 12 yards?
Your insurance should keep up. At Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, Brad Coley shops over 30 top-rated carriers to find the right coverage for you. Home, auto, business, life. Whatever you need, they've got your back. Real service, real savings, real fast. Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice.
We've got some scores for you. We'll pull the ones out that you might be interested to hear. Or maybe not, because the first one I see, it is a Berks game per se, because Kutztown's involved. Unfortunately, they're losing 14-0 to Octorara. That one is in the 2nd. Lebanon and Conrad Weiser. Here's an interesting score, 0-0 at the end of 1. The Cedars trying to eradicate a 43 or 4 game losing streak. And here's Jake Franick putting it into the end zone yet again.
Nice job by Franick booming it in there. And once again, Conestoga Valley is going to take, Pleasant Valley is going to take over deep in their own territory. Great kick by Franick again.
More scores for you. Governor Mifflin Hempfield tied at 7. They are in the 2nd. Fleetwood 18, Schuylkill Valley nothing at the end of 1. Talk about something that you may not have necessarily expected there.
Yeah, Schuylkill Valley coming off 2 great seasons. That's a little bit of a shock.
Muhlenberg, Daniel Boone scoreless in the 1st. Wilson and Nazareth tied at 7. They're in the 2nd quarter. Reading and Emmaus are scoreless in the first as well. So Haynes will come out in the gun this time. He's got two receivers right, sidecar left. He'll pitch it to the right. It's going to be Chris Ward. He'll get the 20, the 25. Pretty close to a first down. We'll see where they mark it.
Yeah, Pleasant Valley made a nice adjustment there. They came out and spread things out. I think they realized they're not going to be able to run tight formations and go up the middle with the fullback. They're going to have to get outside if they're going to do anything, of substance against this tough Exeter interior line. They've had some success in the corner. There was another one by Ward.
11 yards on the run. It'll be a Pleasant Valley first down. Inside of 8 minutes to go here in the second. Haynes under center this time, has motion right to left. It's a pitch to Ward. He's going to try to run left. He's got the 35. He's dragged down from behind. He'll get out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 7. It'll bring up second and short.
Yeah, Braylon Reinert on the play there for Exeter. But, yeah, the Pleasant Valley, I think they're going to start going outside a little more. That's where they've had some success. Throwing, out of twins to the slot. They've had 21 yards gained there on 2 plays, and Ward's had some nice runs of 11, 9, and 7 to the outside. So really their only bulk plays have been outside sweeps and, passes out of twins.
Haynes will come out in the gun this time, sidecar right. One receiver split left. One in the slot on the right. He's going to roll right. He's looking. He's being chased by Amarino. Still looking. He'll run out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. We'll see what they give him.
Nice decision by Hines there. He had nobody open, and he did enough, got what he could, and very close to another first down, but looks to be about a yard short.
And, of course, as you say that, they start to move the chains. So 3 yards on the scamper. And it's a first down for Pleasant Valley. Haynes will come out under center this time, always trying to change the look for the defense. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Here's Ward again.
No.
And the left end jumps for Exeter. So the third offside. Give them 5, and it'll bring up 1st and 5, put the ball on the 46-yard line.
Yeah, Matt Bauer's not happy. Too many penalties, unforced errors like that. Can't keep happening.
Haynes will be under center now. A single fullback. He'll get the handoff, but there is nothing there. He is swallowed up. Call it. If they give him anything, he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I guess you have to keep trying the fullback if you're going to run this kind of offense, but there's really nothing there. They've had more success going out of the gun, spreading things out and running toss sweeps, but it's what they do. They got to keep trying to do it. Eventually you hope somebody doesn't do their assignment and you break one.
They've had no luck running up the middle. The Exeter defense has been up to the task. Like you said, it's getting around the edges. So here's Haynes in the gun yet again.
Looks like they're changing the play.
And I don't know if they called timeout. It was 0 on the clock, and Pleasant Valley does call timeout. Give you some additional scores. Twin Valley, I don't know if this is correct or not, but it's telling me in the first quarter, Twin Valley 42, Simon Gratz nothing.
I'll reserve comment.
Bethlehem Catholic 14, Berks Catholic 3. Bristol beating Hamburg 13-0. That is in quarter number 2. We've got 2 games on tap tomorrow. Columbia's at York Tech, and the Academy of the New Church makes a visit to Wyomissing. .6:12 on the clock. It'll be interesting. When we talk about bend but don't break, that would be the defense right now, because when we tally up as to the number of offensive plays that Pleasant Valley has had in relation to Exeter,
Yeah, I think Pleasant Valley might have more penalty yards than they do total offensive yards. But you're right. That's enabled them to keep it going. Nice job there playing the option. Quarterback kept it, and host of Eagles there.
Tried a little misdirection. Ultimately, Jackson Haynes kept it, but not a whole lot there. He comes over to the sideline. I'll say a little ginger. He took some shots before he went down. So credit thus far to the Exeter defense. The 5-yard offside, it was 1st and 5. They've only given up a yard since, so 3rd and 4.
Unofficially, I've got Pleasant Valley for 34 yards rushing and 27 passing. So you're talking 34 and 20, 61 yards. But they've had the ball for the bulk of this first half. The penalty yardage really hurting Exeter.
So Pleasant Valley calls timeout again. So at the 5:24 mark of the second, 14-0 Exeter. We take a look at Exeter's defense, and they've come up big when they had to. The near interception earlier in the game. Of course, they do get the turnover down there, and Leo Brown on the next play takes it in. So a very opportunistic defense, even though Pleasant Valley has had the ball, just as the numbers you just read. They've been holding them at bay.
Yeah, I think other than the offside penalties and the roughing the punter, you have to be pleased with Exeter's defense tonight.
Haynes takes a look at his coach, Blake Sager.
Now, this is a formation they've hit 6 paying twice. Let's see if they go back to him here. Now, Exeter's tighter on him this time.
It's a high snap, but he gets it. He'll fire it to the right side. A flag comes in, I think. Maybe not. Maybe it was just glare off of a helmet or something like that. But the throw to the right side is incomplete. Good coverage there. And it'll bring up 4th down.
Looked like Leo Brown on the coverage there. Great job by the Eagles. See if Pleasant Valley they might be going for it here.
It'll be interesting. You're down 14-0, 5:18 to go. Not saying they're necessarily going to do anything kicking it away. So Haynes will be under center this time. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. There's nothing there.
Yeah, you could see Haynes got very upset at himself. I think he made the wrong read giving that one to the fullback there. You know, running this offense, you count on the quarterback to read everything, and I think he realized he gave it to the wrong person there. Great job by the Eagles. That's a great stop. Now you're in business with 5:11 left. You put another touchdown up, you get the ball back with a 3-touchdown lead.
So great defense, as we've been talking about for the last several minutes, by Exeter. They will take over 1st and 10, put the ball on the Bear 48-yard line. 5:11 to go here in the second. Hafer will come out in the gun. He'll have Brown sidecar right. 2 receivers right, Jaden Ware and company on the left. He's in motion. There's the snap. It's going to come to him near side. He'll cut it upfield. He's got the 45, still on his feet. Racing down the sideline. He'll get to the 22-yard line where he's dragged out of bounds.
What a run by Ware.
They'll give him the 23.
He was dead to rights in the backfield, ran through the tackle and turned on the Jets. Excellent job by Ware. These Exeter, they must use a lot of the gauntlet type of running back drills, running through pads and things, because they don't go down easy no matter who they are. And again, finding ways to get Ware involved in the offense, whether it be putting him in motion, throwing them the ball. That time they put him in motion, gave him a toss sweep. Great job with the creativity there.
26 yards on the run by Jaden Ware. Takes the ball to the 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Hafer will hand this one off. No, he'll keep it himself. A flag comes in. He'll get to about the 15, but we'll check the flag.
That was a nice fake by Jake Hafer.
They're going to call a hold against Exeter.
Penalties are really mounting up here for the Eagles. But they they've been able to respond, especially offensively.
So the hold will take the ball back to the 32-yard line. 1st and 20. Hafer will come out in the gun again. Brown will be sidecar to his right. One receiver right, two to the left. Clock stop 4:54. He takes the snap. He's going to fire it to the right side. He's got his receiver. It is going to be Jaden Ware. He'll take it inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 15.
Yeah, that's a way to get the bulk of it back. Nice little timing pattern. The thing about Ware that impressed me there, he was making his move as soon as he caught the ball, almost before he got it and immediately was going upfield. Great play by Ware to get extra yardage out of that, and a good ball by Hafer.
2nd and 5, ball on the 17-yard line. Hafer again in the gun. He'll have Brown behind him this time. Single receiver split right and left. Aiden Daubel in the right slot. They're going to run left. And he's going to power his way all the way into the end zone.
I'll tell you what, that's vision. That is vision and quick feet, because it didn't look like there was anything there up the middle, and then he cut it to the outside and the left, and just quick feet, patient running, good vision, and great job by Brown again.
You want to talk about the counter tray. There was a certain team in the NFL that ran the counter tray to perfection. There was your counter tray. Aiden Daubel, the right guard, pulling from the right side to the left, opening it all up. And like you said, it was Leo Brown with the vision getting it into the end zone. Franek on for the PAT. It's down by Ware. He boots it through. And at the 4:37 mark of the second quarter, it's 21-0 Exeter.
It's Brown's 3rd touchdown run of the day.
Talk about a team that holds its composure, even though Pleasant Valley, and I can't say marching up and down the field, because they really haven't gotten deep into Exeter territory. They've basically been, I'll say, between the 20s, even if that. But at that point, again, Exeter just keeping their composure, making the plays when they have to, and they've got a commanding 21-0 lead.
Yeah, they've really played well defensively other than the penalties, and that's been the thing there. But offensively, Brown is making the most of his carries. He's got, I have him unofficially, 103 yards on 8 carries and 3 touchdowns. Let's see if they can pin him deep here again. I think Pleasant Valley's out of timeouts, or only has 1 left with 4:37 here to go. And Exeter will get the ball in the second half.
Franek has the ball on the 40. Back deep. I believe it's going to be Nico Payan.
Yeah.
It is in the air. It'll take him back inside the 5. He'll take it at the 3. Bring it out to the right side. He's got the 20. Barely. That's where he's taken down. Great defense by the special teams. Good coverage, I should say. And the Bears have a long field in front of them.
It's the other thing about running the triple option. When you get behind, it's not the best to come back with. Now, they do run different formations, but, again, they're tight here. They're not spread out. They haven't gotten much out of this look.
Haynes will be under center. They'll pitch it to Ward on the right side. He'll dance by 1, but he's not going to get much. Great pursuit on the left side.
Yeah, Exeter read that one. They had about 5 or 6 guys there at the point of attack. Well done, well defended.
They'll give him a yard out of it. It'll be 2nd and 9. Good pursuit by the secondary.
6 carries, 24 yards for Ward.
just like you said, the challenge for the Bears becomes when you're so accustomed to the quick hit. Now you need to have a sustained drive, and sometimes these quick hits, unless you can put a few of them together, which they haven't really been able to do yet. Here's a quick pass back out to the left flat, but again, not much there. If anything, he loses a half a yard. Tries to come back to the inside, but again, the pursuit's there.
Yeah, that was great coverage. And again, they're trying to get Ward the ball in space. He's their playmaker, but Exeter was having none of it there.
So they'll call it 3rd and 9.
If Exeter can get a stop here, they'll get the ball with 2 timeouts left. You desperately need a first down here if you're Pleasant Valley. You don't want to go down 4 scores at halftime.
Exeter dominating the line of scrimmage. That's what's not giving Haynes any time to throw, at least try to make anything develop. Here it's busted in the backfield, and he is going to go down. He turned around to hand it off, and there was somebody in his face right away. Had to hold on to it. No gain, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a design quarterback counter or it was a botched play, but Exeter was right there to make it, and a great job by Matt Bauer calling timeout to preserve some time here. So Exeter will get it back with 1 timeout and 2:47 to go, but another big stop by the Eagles.
Pretty apparent that Pleasant Valley at this stage of the game, for whatever reason, they don't think that they can drop back and pass. It is not something that's going to be prevalent with the type of offense they typically run, but you would have to think that they would have something in their back pocket just in case they would get to a position such as this. But obviously Blake Sager, I don't want to say he doesn't necessarily have the comfort in his passing game in order to make something happen, but we haven't seen it thus far.
No, in the running game, they have 18 carries for 35 yards. That's not going to get it done. I mean, they've got to do something to open it up.
Ward will get it away. Jaden Ware will take it at his own 49. He's got the 40. He's weaving through traffic. He'll get the 35. He'll be stacked up at about the 34-yard line. Looks like that's what they'll give him.
It's a really good return by Ware there. He didn't have a lot of space, but he weaved and bobbed enough to get, a solid almost 15, 16-yard return to put the Eagles in excellent position here with 2:34 to go.
Certainly good timeout by Coach Bauer there, saving a few precious seconds off the clock. 2:34 to go here in the second. They'll take over 1st and 10. They'll be inside the 35 at the 34-yard line.
It's interesting. Pleasant Valley's been in some cover too, but they are here again. But Exeter's got twins out here deep. Ware's got quite a cushion. They ought to throw out right out to him.
Hafer will take the snap, drop straight back. He's looking right. He is going to air it out. He has him open. Took a little bit for the ball to get there. The defender, Gavin Dorsheimer, able to close the gap, knock it away just as it got to Ware, but Ware had a few steps. If that ball gets there earlier, it's 6.
Yeah, he did have a few steps, and there was about a 10-yard cushion on him. His speed is unbelievable. But, yeah, good job recovering, making the play. Maybe a little too much air on it by Hafer there, but you don't want to overthrow that either. You want to make it a jump ball type of thing and hope Ware should win it. But that was a good play.
So Exeter will come out, split wide receivers once again. Aiden Dauba will be in the right slot. Hafer in the gun. He's got Brown next to him. It's going to be Brown. He's looking for following his big blocker. Taking a look, he was following number 64, Matt Liss, the 6'5", 280-pound junior.
That was a great job of Liss pulling and leading, and great job of Brown being right on his hip. Perfect execution.
They'll take the ball down to the 20. It's a 14-yard run. Here's Brown again going to the left side. He's got the 10, the 5, he's in again. 21 yards on the touchdown run for Leo Brown. Number 4 on the day, and it's 27-0 Exeter.
Well, great job by Brown on both those runs. Very well blocked. He's so patient. led it up to the outside, got the defense over pursue and cut back, which enabled them to score. That's 138 yards on 10 carries and 4 touchdowns for Leo Brown tonight. I did say about 100 times last year I was taking him on my fantasy team this year.
You did say that. Franick waiting for the snap. Pleasant Valley jumps, so I think this will be half the distance to the goal. I still think Exeter will kick the PAT. I don't know if they're necessarily going to go for 2. They don't have Carter Redding this year, but Jaden Ware, as we saw, does have the potential to turn something into a 2-point play.
Absolutely. Be interesting. I guess they'll kick it. You want it to, as a coach, you want to try to get to the 35 to run the clock. So if you miss the 2, then you got to go for it next time. Oh, no, they're going to call timeout and think about it. They might go for 2.
Yeah, anytime you get the half the distance to the goal and you put the ball on the 1, it is something to think about.
Especially with the line like Exeter has and backs like they have. Lots of weapons.
So we'll see what happens. 1:57 to go here in the second. 27-0 Exeter. The Eagles taking timeout to discuss. Coach Bauer going to talk to the official. Decides better of it. Weather hasn't changed much at all. I remember last time we were here, I looked at the flag and said it's been about as still as I've ever seen it. Well, it's about as still as I've ever seen it.
Yeah, we've had some perfect weather all week here in Berks County, other than the rain last night. But this is a great night for football. They're going to go.
They are going to go for it. They've got trips in the backfield. Hafer is going to be under center. It's Jackson Kozik. He's battling, but they're going to say he doesn't get in. So the 2-point conversion fails, and it will remain 27-0 Exeter.
Well, that's one time Pleasant Valley won the line there. They got Brown for a 5-yard loss earlier, and they won that one, but that's been it. Exeter's been dominant up front all night.
Let's give you some scores from the entire Lancaster-Lebanon League. Let's do it. Lampeter Stroudsburg 3, Cacalico nothing there at the half. In the second quarter, these are all second quarter scores. Effort at 21, Garden Spot 10, York 14, Manheim Township 8, Dallas 21. Not good night for the Manheim folks. It's Dallastown 21, Manheim Central 16. Solanco over Penn Manor 21-14. Elizabethtown 21, McCaskey nothing. At halftime, Octorara 14, Kutztown nothing. 2 second quarter scores, Warwick 20, Cedar Crest 6, and Conrad Weiser 7, Lebanon 6. Halftime scores, Elko 14, Lancaster Catholic nothing. Governor Mifflin and Hempfield tied at 7. All second quarter scores here. Conestoga Valley 25, Dover nothing. West York 7, Donegal nothing, and we'll have more for you right after Jake Franick kicks this one off. It'll bounce just shy of the goal line, trickle in, and yet another touchback for Jake Franick. The Bears will take over 1st and 10. More second quarter scores. Littlestown 21, Anvil Cleona 7, DeLone Catholic 9, Northern Lebanon nothing. Pequay Valley Morrisville battling it out, a 0-0 score. These scores after one, Fleetwood beating Schuylkill Valley 18-0. Muhlenberg over Daniel Boone 28-0. In the second quarter, Nazareth 14, Wilson 7. These are all first quarter scores. Emmaus and Reading are scoreless. Twin Valley 49, Simon Gratz nothing. We'll see where that is. So the play goes on the field. A fumble, but the Bears are able to recover. So 1st and 10 on the 20. And they lose a couple yards on that play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Good thing Haynes got it back, because that would have been disaster, giving Exeter the ball that deep again.
Yeah, it's not that Exeter needs a whole lot of time on the board in order to punch it in the end zone.
Tonight, just give it to Leo Brown and watch him scamper.
So Pleasant Valley in no hurry.
Yeah, and I don't blame him. I'd try to get in here and adjust.
Winding down to 5 on the play clock. I don't know if he's paying attention or not. He'll snap it at 0. They'll let it go, and being swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, he lost.
Trying to run Nico Pyan.
Yeah, great. This Exeter defensive line is doing a number on Pleasant Valley here.
So we're under a minute to go. Exeter could stop it if they chose, but they're not going to.
No, I think he took his last one on the 2-point play. I think they're out.
Okay.
Otherwise, I think you would stop it.
Probably. Haynes will be under center. He'll take the snap, hand it to the running back, who gets hit immediately. Absolutely nothing there.
Just nowhere to run for this Pleasant Valley squad.
Isaac Westerman, that's when you're a running back. It's, you sure you want to give it to me? They do, and down he goes, and that takes care of the first half here at Rifton. It's Exeter 27, Pleasant Valley nothing. We will be back with halftime comments after these messages. You're watching the Exeter Sports Network on Jerry Gelliff Media.
Life moves fast. Your insurance should keep up. At Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, Brad Coley shops over 30 top-rated carriers to find the right coverage for you. Home, auto, business, life. Whatever you need, they've got your back. Real service, real savings, real fast. Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice. At Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market, they keep it simple. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious. In the mood for a hoagie? Choose one from the menu or tell them what you want. A hot sandwich or a cheesesteak? They've got that covered too. Lunch meat for a family gathering? They have it fresh cut to order. Craving Italian? There are imported specialties you won't find anywhere else. Along with drinks, chips, snacks, and hot or cold brewed coffee in caramel, French vanilla, and hazelnut flavors. That's Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market. 15 Village Center Drive in Flying Hills. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious.
At Birdie's Inn we meet again. Friends and love forever blend. Raise a glass to time so sweet.
The new Birdie's Inn is Exeter's family spot with great food and beverages and activities for all ages. There's a full selection of beverages to go with your meal or while you watch a game on one of the 35 TVs. For the kids, there's a family game area as well as darts and a pool table. You can eat in the indoor dining room or out on the spacious heated deck. The new Birdie's Inn at 160 Old Friedensburg Road at 5 Points in Exeter. Proud sponsors of Berks County High School athletics.
At Birdie's Inn we meet again.
The whistle blows, the crowd ignites. Underneath those blazing lights, cleats hit the turf, the battle's on. The roar of fans, the beat of hearts, it's where the legend always starts. Friday night, we're burning bright. JG Media brings the fight. Exeter shouts, the mules inside. Friday Night Live.
life moves fast. Your insurance should keep up. At Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, Brad Coley shops over 30 top-rated carriers to find the right coverage for you. Home, auto, business, life. Whatever you need, they've got your back. Real service, real savings, real fast. Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice. At Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market, they keep it simple. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious. In the mood for a hoagie? Choose one from the menu or tell them what you want. A hot sandwich or a cheesesteak? They've got that covered too. Lunch meat for a family gathering? They have it fresh cut to order. Craving Italian? There are imported specialties you won't find anywhere else. Along with drinks, chips, snacks, and hot or cold brewed coffee in caramel, French vanilla, and hazelnut flavors. That's Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market. 15 Village Center Drive in Flying Hills. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious. The new Birdie's Inn is Exeter's family spot with great food and beverages and activities for all ages. There's a full selection of beverages to go with your meal or while you watch a game on one of the 35 TVs. For the kids, there's a family game area as well as darts and a pool table. You can eat in the indoor dining room or out on the spacious heated deck. The new Birdie's Inn at 160 Old Friedensburg Road at 5 Points in Exeter. Proud sponsors of Berks County High School Athletics.
The whistle blows, the crowd ignites. Underneath those blazing lights, cleats hit the turf, the battle's on. The roar of fans, the beat of hearts, it's where the legend always starts. Friday night, we're burning bright. JG Media brings the fight. Exeter shouts, the mules inside. Friday Night Live.
life moves fast. Your insurance should keep up. At Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, Brad Coley shops over 30 top-rated carriers to find the right coverage for you. Home, auto, business, life. Whatever you need, they've got your back. Real service, real savings, real fast. Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice. At Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market, they keep it simple. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious. In the mood for a hoagie? Choose one from the menu or tell them what you want. A hot sandwich or a cheesesteak? They've got that covered too. Lunch meat for a family gathering? They have it fresh cut to order. Craving Italian? There are imported specialties you won't find anywhere else. Along with drinks, chips, snacks, and hot or cold brewed coffee in caramel, French vanilla, and hazelnut flavors. That's Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market. 15 Village Center Drive in Flying Hills. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious. The new Birdie's Inn is Exeter's family spot with great food and beverages and activities for all ages. There's a full selection of beverages to go with your meal or while you watch a game on one of the 35 TVs. For the kids, there's a family game area as well as darts and a pool table. You can eat in the indoor dining room or out on the spacious heated deck. The new Birdie's Inn at 160 Old Friedensburg Road at 5 Points in Exeter. Proud sponsors of Berks County High School athletics.
At Birdie's Inn we meet again.
We are back at Reichton, winding down halftime. We listened to the Pleasant Valley Bear Senior High School Marching Band, the Exeter Senior High School Marching Band playing prior to the game, so we were able to enjoy their talents. 27-0 Exeter at the break, and Mike, we'll talk about much that we talked about in that first half, where you're looking just like last week. Leo Brown basically took charge. 32 carries, 154 yards. He's the one to get him started in this one.
Yeah, he's definitely been the workhorse. Running behind big holes, making good cuts, being patient. 4 touchdown runs of 51, 15, 15, and 21. He's got 10 carries, 138 yards. He's getting it done on the ground. The line's done an excellent job blocking. Hafer's completed 3 passes for 17 yards, and Jaden Ware had a nice run for 26. That's been about it, but it's been enough to end Jaden Ware an electrifying 52-yard punt return as well. But, the story of the game, the Exeter defense has been on the field a lot and given up virtually nothing other than penalty yardage.
In fact, let's talk about that first touchdown run from Leo Brown. Going into it, Pleasant Valley started with the football. They're kicking it away, and if it wouldn't have been for a roughing the kicker penalty, they would have gotten it back. However, Pleasant Valley keeps the ball. Exeter pushed them back a little bit. It was 4th and 9 at that point. They get it again, are able to put a few yards up on the board, but once Exeter gets the ball back, in very, very short order, you take a look. It was an 8-yard run by Leo Brown. Then they went to a pass with Jaden Ware. Then they come back with, actually it was a 4-yard loss, but then Leo Brown, 9 yards, and then they're at the 4:36 mark of the first, the 51-yard run. And you want to talk about somebody not only with speed, we talked about it later on in the half. He's got the vision to hit those holes and then the athleticism to accelerate by everybody.
Absolutely, and on that one, that was the play where Pleasant Valley had 2 linemen there to stop him immediately, and he broke the tackles and then use the vision to make a nice cut and then use the speed to finish it. But that run had a little bit of everything in it. But that definitely got it was a little bit of a sleepwalk there at the beginning, but that definitely got the crowd going, the sideline energized, and from there it's pretty much been, a landslide.
So at that point, they trade possessions a few times, but Exeter driving yet again. And, of course, if you talk to some individuals here in the stadium, the phantom calls against Exeter causing them to turn the ball over on downs. However, the opportunistic defense creating the turnover, and it leads to another Leo Brown touchdown.
Yeah, they did a great job, gang tackling. They've been assignment perfect versus triple option. The only yardage, Pleasant Valley's been able to get are some, toss sweeps and a couple throws out to the slot in twins, Nick Payan. But, they pounced on the fumble, and that set up a short field, and Brown had another touchdown run.
So Pleasant Valley gets the ball in their own territory. They tried to go for it on 4th down. It was a 4th and 4 on their own 48. They turn it over on downs. The Exeter defense stout yet again, and it only takes them 4 plays for the third Leo Brown touchdown, and we're at the 4:37 mark. It's 21-0 Exeter.
Yeah, I can't say enough about the offensive line of Exeter, the blocking they've done, the blocking schemes that the coaches devise, and the vision and the cutting ability and the speed of Leo Brown has, been the ticket tonight, and it was a ticket last week. And until somebody stops it, they're going to keep doing it.
We have had the pleasure of calling Exeter games for the last 5+ years. And one thing they've always been able to do, we talk about it a lot, is once Coach Bauer got this program in the right direction, we talk about success breeds success. You talk about the running backs that they've had, and it's every year. For example, in fact, Jaden Zandier's junior year, he wasn't even slated to be a running back. Comes in week 3 or week 4, and look what literally a year and a half turned into one of the most prolific high school careers that you're going to see anywhere. And he graduates, and of course, at that point you're thinking, well, who is going to do it? Who is going to be the guy to take over him? Well, it's not too big a task to act or to find that person here at Exeter, because the program grooms them. And Leo Brown was learning as much as he could from Jaden Zandier, and now he's able to put that in effect out there on the field.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things Matt Bauer said to us in the preseason is his, one of the things he's proud of, he's got a team-led group here. Like we talked about Joel Marino with the linemen, and I'm sure Jaden taught Leo Brown a lot. We could see it last year when they were blowing teams out. He'd come in, and there were flashes. And I'm sure, you watch those guys in practice, you listen to them, and the whole program's in the right direction. They lost secondary people. Their secondaries covered every pass tonight. They've had nowhere to throw the football. So it's fun to watch, and you got to credit the kids, and you definitely got to credit Matt Bauer and his assistant coaches. They seem to have a solid game plan every week. They make adjustments, and they put kids in a way to be successful. We didn't watch Jaden Ware run toss sweeps last year at all. He's run one tonight for 26 yards. I think he ran one last week for 11. They put him in motion today and threw it out in the flat to him. They do things to get their athletes in position to be successful within the framework of their offense, and it's really fun to watch and call these games because every play could be a touchdown. And I don't know who they're playing. They put up a lot of points on McDevitt last year, and really nobody did that. It's just fun to watch, and it's an honor to call these games. As a former offensive coach, I love it.
You bring up a great point as to putting players in position to be successful. Let's take a look at Jake Hafer. Okay, he comes in. Obviously, they've got a certain game plan if Riley Martinez is behind center. You bring in Jake Hafer, you make the transitions as to what is going to put him in the best position, and indeed they've done that.
Yeah, I mean, he had a touchdown pass that was called back, and he had one that was dropped, unfortunately. But his stats won't show it. But he threw the ball well tonight when he had his chances. And they do some nice play action with him. He's a really good faker, and really good with his ball fakes. And he did a little naked boot off that this week. He's been an effective runner too. He had a couple rushing touchdowns last week. So, like you said, they'll do anything to get their guys in position to succeed.
And, of course, Jake, and I'm going to forget the details here, but knowing that he has a scholarship at some point. So here's the kickoff. It's a squib picked up at about the 38-yard line. Getting it across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. We'll see if we can figure out, is that number 5? Well, they're going to say it was Jackson Kozik, so they'll bring it across the 45, give them the 46-yard line, 1st and 10 Exeter. We were talking just before we went on air for the second half, or actually the halftime conversation, and if it wouldn't have been for those calls, as far as the holding that caused the turnover, we'd be facing a running clock right now, but 27-0, and here's Leo Brown going to the left side. A nice tackle in the open field. It's not easy to bring him down.
Now, I think that was a run blitz from the outside. It was number 15.
Yeah, Jacob George.
Yeah. He's a linebacker. I think he blitzed right into that one, or read it really quickly, but a nice play. Stopped Brown for no gain, which hasn't happened often tonight.
So 2nd and 10. Ball remains on the 46-yard line. Hafer will be in the gun. Brown will be to his right sidecar. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Here's the snap. He'll drop straight back. He's looking left. He pulls it back. He's going to run it. He'll get beyond the defenders. Floats it up for Jaden Ware, who makes the grab. He's on his feet. He'll get into the end zone. 54 yards on the pass, catch, and run. And it's touchdown Exeter.
Well, we just talked about Hafer. Great fake again. Faked everybody out. Took his time. Rolled. Bought time. Allowed the defense thought he was going to run. He's a run threat. Came up and he just lobbed it over the head. Great run by Ware, and Aiden Daubel absolutely threw a pancake block to spring him into the end zone. Great play by the Eagles.
Good awareness, Jake Hafer. They were closing in on him. He's able to break through from that. Rolls to his right. And the interesting thing about that is he's a left-handed quarterback. So you're rolling right, throwing left. He had to square his shoulders to get the ball down there, and he did so just fine.
Yeah, and he didn't throw off his back foot, which happens a lot in those cases. He did a great job.
Exeter goes for 2. Give it to Leo Brown on the pitch, and guess what? The official on the far side needs a Snickers because every time they get in, there's a flag that comes out.
And he threw it after he crossed the line. I don't know. I never officiated, so I'm not going to say anything, but it seemed late to me.
Well, we don't have to worry about the NFL fining us or anything of that nature. We can be homers, and by doggone it, we will be. So they could be picking up the flag.
What's happening?
I don't know. It looked like the official picked it up and waved it off. And
what are we doing here?
Okay. No. Okay, so offsetting penalties, holding on Exeter, a personal foul on Pleasant Valley, so we'll do it all over again.
So why is the ball moved back?
That I don't know. Okay, so the hold during the play, the personal foul afterwards.
Gotcha, thank you.
And put the ball, there's so many lines down there for lacrosse and everything else.
Looks like they're on a 6.
6, yep,
Yeah.
I would agree, yep. The 6-yard line.
Yeah,
so 11:04 still on the clock. Go ahead, Mike.
So 10-yard penalty, holding, that puts it back to the 12. Then the dead ball, half the distance to the goal. Then on sportsmanlike, that's how we end up on the 6-yard line.
You got it.
Luckily, we had a former official up here explain it to us.
And let's bring the ball to the near side of the field just because we can. I think they're tired of the official on the far side throwing his flag. So if he can't see the play, maybe he won't.
Well, it also gives Hafer the ability to roll left
And
if they're
that
on the
is
right
true.
hash.
And Leo Brown has a lot of green to run with.
Boy, if
they
go
that way.
They go off tackle left here.
And he is rolling left. He's looking. He's going to fire it to the end zone. He's got his receiver, and he's in for the 2-point conversion. Is that Aiden Dauble?
I think.
Looks like it is. I think it's number 13.
That was a great pattern.
So the 2-point conversion, Hafer rolls left. He finds Dauble, who will take it into the end zone. There's your 35. And we will have a running clock. 11:04 to go here in the third. We'll be right back after these messages. You're watching the Exeter Sports Network.
Life moves fast. Your insurance should keep up. At Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, Brad Coley shops over 30 top-rated carriers to find the right coverage for you. Home, auto, business, life. Whatever you need, they've got your back. Real service, real savings, real fast. Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice.
Jake Franick has the ball from the official. He'll put it on the tee at the 40. 35-0 your score. The running clock. Exeter has a penchant if I can speak English, for getting a running clock. They did in week 1 against Daniel Boone. Here's a kickoff. It's going to be brought out by Payan. He'll get just shy of the 30, maybe the 28-yard line. We'll see where they mark it officially on the far side of the field.
It's time for our Advanced Comfort Systems Heat Check Play of the Game. This is your Heat Check Play of the Game. A small tune-up today can prevent a big breakdown tomorrow. Book your furnace tune-up now with Advanced Comfort Specialists and get $25 off for the fall season. Don't wait until it's too late. Call Advanced Comfort Specialists today. Today's Advanced Comfort Systems Heat Check Play of the Game, I'm going to go with that 54-yard pass from Jake Hafer to Jaden Ware. There was a little bit of everything on that touchdown. So congratulations, Jake and Jaden, on that play.
So Haynes is going to throw it out to the near side. And Jackson Kozik drives Chris Ward out of bounds. Actually, let me see. I don't think that was Kozik. Let me take a look to see who that was.
Yeah, that was tough. I'm glad they didn't call a penalty there. He drove him from inside to out. So that was.
I think that was Nick Pashley on the tackle.
That was a nice tackle, and he couldn't really stop at that point. He played the whistle. That was a good no call.
So the result of the play looks about 5 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 5, put the ball on the 33-yard line. But Pleasant Valley not deviating from their offensive mindset, still staying with the option, still staying with the jet sweeps.
Yeah, they're not looking to throw anything downfield. There are a lot of short passes. Quick hitters, as you said.
So Haynes will come out under center this time. The fullback in the backfield. Receivers right and left. They're going to run it to the left. Nice tackle there on the end. Looking to see who that was. Jackson Kozik on the right end.
Yeah, Kozik did a nice job fighting off a block and diving and making the play there. It's a big, strong kid. That was a nice play.
Keeps him to a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 3. Put the ball at the 35-yard line. Bears break the huddle. Haynes under center yet again. Single receiver to the right. Trying a pitch.
Oh.
It's on the ground. I think Payan got it back. But Haynes is hurt as he goes over to the sideline. That one destined for failure from the get-go. The pitch weak, it hits the turf, and luckily the Bears able to get it back.
That's Exeter causing that, though. Like we said earlier, you time this stuff up, and everybody does their assignment. Somebody gets a fullback, somebody's got the quarterback, somebody's got the pitch man. You can create turnovers against this kind of offense. Great job by Aiden Daubel and the rest of the Eagles there.
So the ball goes back to the 27-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th and 11. They'll kick it away. Back deep, Jaden Ware stands at his own 46. Here's Ward's kick. It's going to be short, taken by the up man. Oh! And after the fair catch, 2 Bear players shellac him. Number 18, Jaden Jaquez, was the first one there, but also number 83, Uriah Gerhardt. It seemed like, I don't know if they had their back turned and didn't see him make the fair catch signal or what.
What was odd about that, Fuller was blocking. And then I guess, it was short, so they call poison or whatever, and he realized it was short, and then he had time to fair catch it. That was a heck of an athletic play. We got a flag down. It's on them, obviously. But what a job by Fuller, and then not retaliating. Because he got his, we saw a situation last night where a pro football team couldn't keep their head, but, he did a really good job of not retaliating there because that was as cheap a shot as you can get.
So it'll be 15 yards against the Bears. Take the ball inside the 35 to the 34. Exeter will have it 1st and 10. So Donovan Alvarez takes over for Leo Brown.
He's a dynamic runner, too. We saw some good things out of him last year.
He'll get the run. He's going up the middle. He'll get the 30. Brought down about the 26-yard line. Now they'll give him, take a look, they'll give him I say the 26, I mean the 28. And a player down for Pleasant Valley. We hope he's okay. They come out and check him.
You talked earlier about, Exeter reloading every year and getting these guys in there and knowing the system and everything like that. But this is a part of that. We're looking at some scores in line tonight. It's some 60-0 games, 49-0, and, guys are rolling up stats. Matt Bauer doesn't do that. He gets his young kids in there, and these kids get real game experience and get better in addition to playing JVs and practicing. And that's why they're ready to step into these situations.
McGregor Edward able to walk off on his own power. That was good to see.
Yes.
So 7 yards for Alvarez. We'll bring up 2nd and 3. Put the ball on the 27-yard line. Hafer in the gun. He's got Alvarez sidecar left. 2 receivers left. It's a quick throw to the flat. Hits the ground. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Trying to hit Daubel on a quick throw to the flat, but it's short. Skips in there, incomplete. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, I think unfortunately he stepped a little bit forward and wanted to step to the side there, which is why he came up short, but it's really his first bad pass of the night.
Exeter comes up to the line. Hafer again in the gun. He's got Alvarez to his right. Single receivers left and right. The snap. They'll give it to Alvarez. He's running left. He'll get the 25. He's close to a 1st down. I think they'll give it to him. Looks like the far referee will take it to the 24-yard line. It'll be a 1st down for Exeter.
Good strong run by Alvarez. Got Josh Jackson now replacing Alvarez in the backfield. He's had a couple good runs this year, too.
And this is the other thing Exeter does. They get such the lead. They have the the bonus of being able to bring in younger players to get that Friday Night Lights experience. So when it is their time to shine, all the nervousness, the butterflies are, I'm not going to say gone, but they've experienced it already. Here's Jackson running left. He'll be brought down by Jacob. So at that point, clock running. We're at 5.5 minutes to go here in the third. It'll be second and call it 9. They give him 1 on the play.
It was a good tackle because Jackson had a little bit of a hole there. Had he not made that play, could have been a lot bigger game.
Hafer will be in the gun. Jackson will be to his right, to a receiver's right, empty on the left side. They'll hand it off to Jackson. He makes a nice job. A flag comes in. He'll get down to about the 14-yard line, but probably a hold that it'll come back.
Westerman on the tackle, and there's a penalty marker on the play.
And we'll wait and see just to confirm, and it's against Exeter. We talked about it earlier, and I understand you start bringing out your starters, you start inserting some younger, youthful players, but the penalties are still disconcerting. It's one of those where, yes, they have the luxury now, it's 35-0, but when it matters, you have to have that discipline regardless of who you are. If you're the one to come in for whatever reason, the discipline has to be there.
Absolutely. You can't keep shooting yourself in the foot and playing behind the chains with 2nd and 19s. So that's something, they'll work on. And last year it was a problem at the beginning of the year, and they really straightened it out as the year went on.
Hafer will be in the gun. Jackson to his left. Goes back to pass. He'll look left. Nothing there. He's going to roll to his right. The pressure is there, and he's sacked. Back just beyond the 40-yard line. It's going to be Jacob George. Tracks him down. Take him back a little bit further. It's not very often that Exeter gets caught in the 3rd and a country mile. But 3rd and roughly 26.
Yeah. That was a tough one there. Hafer bought a lot of time, just couldn't get anybody open.
That's one of those I think you learn. You throw it away before you take the hit.
Yeah.
So Hafer in the gun. He'll take the snap. Fakes the handoff. He's going to roll left. He's looking. He'll fire it to the sideline. It's a little bit too far. May have been looking for Jaden Ware over there.
That's where you want to put that pass, though. Nobody gets it but the receiver. You're not going to risk a turnover right where it needed to be, just a little bit too far to the sideline.
So incomplete. 4th down, and it'll be the first punt of the evening for Exeter.
The second punt of the year, I think, isn't it? Only the second time.
That's right. He had one last week.
Yeah.
It was a 44-yarder. Taking a look to see who the Bears have deep. And it's going to look like Johnny Wheeler on the left side. And Nico Payan. I've probably said his last name a few different ways. Here's a kick straight down the middle of the field.
Oh, almost.
It's going to hit inside the 5, go into the end zone. So 40 yards on the kick officially.
He almost buried him. That's a good punt. That's a good punt. Just missed it.
Had the speedsters down there, Jaden Ware, Stefan Fuller, and it just got outside of them. And, of course, once it hit, it just rocketed into the end zone. So 1st and 10 for the Bears. Put the ball on the 20-yard line. Mike, as I take a look at that's not a full moon, is it? Looks like it's
close.
It is very, very close. Looks like there's actually a face on it.
It does.
It looks like it's like Mr. Bill.
Kind of staring at us.
It is. It's like Mr. Bill. He's got, the Play-Doh for the mouth. So 1st and 10 for Pleasant Valley till we get things straightened out. It's going to be pretty much a wildcat formation. They put number 34, Nathan Tyner, who takes the ball, runs to the right. He'll pick up somewhere around 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Yeah, a lot of new faces for Exeter.
Braylon Reinert making the tackle there. Give the nod to Mr. PA here at Exeter. We're inside of a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. The only score of the quarter will be Exeter.
You talk about a gang tackle. I think there were 6 guys in there on that one. Great job by the Exeter defense.
So Jake Hafer goes 54 yards to Jaden Ware. Give him the 2-point conversion. And it's 35-0. We'll see if Pleasant Valley even runs a play. They don't have to. 10 on the game clock, 15 on the play clock, and they're more than happy just to stand back there in the huddle and let these seconds roll off. We have played 3 full here at Exeter. It's the Eagles 35, the Bears nothing. We'll be back with 4th quarter action. After these messages, you're watching the Exeter Sports Network.
At Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market, they keep it simple. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious. In the mood for a hoagie? Choose one from the menu or tell them what you want. A hot sandwich or a cheesesteak? They've got that covered too. Lunch meat for a family gathering? They have it fresh cut to order. Craving Italian? There are imported specialties you won't find anywhere else. Along with drinks, chips, snacks, and hot or cold brewed coffee in caramel, French vanilla, and hazelnut flavors. That's Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market. 15 Village Center Drive in Flying Hills. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious. The new Birdie's Inn is Exeter's family spot with great food and beverages and activities for all ages. There's a full selection of beverages to go with your meal or while you watch a game on one of the 35 TVs. For the kids, there's a family game area as well as darts and a pool table. You can eat in the indoor dining room or out on the spacious heated deck. The new Birdie's Inn at 160 Old Friedensburg Road at 5 Points in Exeter. Proud sponsors of Berks County High School athletics.
So the Bears will snap it. They'll run it up the middle, not a whole lot there. A scrum at the 25, looking ahead for Exeter. They'll battle Governor Mifflin right here in Rifton. Currently, they're in a battle of their own with Hempfield tied at 14. And, Mike, that's going to be a good indicator as to where this Exeter team is.
Yeah, it's a rivalry game of sorts, Mifflin and Exeter. They've had some playoff history in recent years. And Mifflin's played Pleasant Valley. They have a common opponent. Mifflin beat them in week 1, 35-20. That's always, when you get these Berks County games, you never know what's going to happen. So Nick Morrissey's 2nd year, we'll see, what that one brings. I think it'll be nice thing for Exeter. They're an option team too, so 2 weeks in a row, you're a little different type of option, more veer option, but still option team. Oh, no.
Chris Ward kicks it. Stephon Fuller couldn't bring it in, and Pleasant Valley able to recover it at the Eagles' 40. So they'll have it 1st and 10.
Yeah, Fuller, I think, started running before he got it, but, that was a mistake. Just didn't catch it. But, after getting a late hit the time before, you never know if that might have played into it, too. You get drilled when you're supposed to have a fair catch.
So 1st and 10 for the Bears, a running clock, 10:20 to go here in the 4th. So we talk about Governor Mifflin, and Governor Mifflin's one of those teams, we've talked about it before, they always seem to have a running game. It's in whatever capacity they can control the ball. They usually have a nice size offensive line. It may not always convert into a victory, but it is something that they get a little momentum, and that can turn a game in a hurry.
Yeah, that's going to be a key for Exeter to stop their run, similar to tonight, and keep them from sustaining long drives and controlling the ball. I know that I've heard Mifflin wants to throw a little. We talked to Morrissey at the media day, and he said he wants to throw a little more this year. So be interesting to see what their game plan is coming into this. Exeter's definitely had the better of that series in recent years. But it's always a nice one when it's a rival like that. Sure, it'll be a nice crowd here and a great game.
9
nice
yards.
to call it this year. We didn't get to call it last year. Mifflin didn't let us in.
9 yards on the play for the Bears. It's 2nd and 1. There's the snap. Looking for some room up the middle. There's nothing there. He's brought down for no gain. Take it to 3rd down.
Yeah, it was Josh Liss there, it looked like, 78.
And you talk about size at Exeter. Josh Liss, 6'1", 290. The only time I see 290 is when somebody else is sitting on the scale. 8:30 to go here in the 4th. A running clock, 35-0 Exeter. They'll come out in a wildcat formation, bunch. Looking to run to the left side. There's absolutely nothing there. Good pursuit.
It's interesting that this Wildcat they're trying, I don't know if they don't have a backup quarterback or it's something maybe they want to try and implement.
Eddie Farrar on the tackle, a 6'4", 244-pound junior. Nice play there. It'll bring up 4th down and 5. But Pleasant Valley not deviating at all from their initial game plan. As you mentioned earlier, not trying to push it down the field, just looking for those runs inside the tackles, maybe some jet sweeps on the outside. Absolutely decked. We'll look to see who that was, number 82.
Caden Reinhardt, the freshman. That was a heck of a play.
And he goes 6'4", 193. But great play there. Pursuit on the outside, and he was lit like a rocket ship. Came from, I don't want to say nowhere, but you just saw him explode, run right through the runner.
That might have been the best hit of the night. That was a great job by Reinhardt there.
There you go. If we had something as far as great hits of the evening, that would definitely be it.
Yeah, I think the freshman would have won that one. Absolutely.
So Stephon Fuller will take over at QB. Donovan Alvarez will be the running back, and we've got a timeout on the field. And remember, everybody has a Birdie's story. Your first date, your birthday bash, that one burger you still dream about. At Birdie's Inn, we've been feeding Exeter for decades. Killer burgers, cold beer, and a stage that keeps the nights alive. Why do we say that? Because all week long, Birdie's has something. This week, Saturdays, 7 to 10 p.m., Practical Saints and the Saints sing-along. Sunday, 1 to 8, the NFL Sunday Ticket. I'm going to wait and talk about that a little bit more after this play. Fuller in the gun. He'll take the snap, give it to Alvarez. He's looking for room up the middle.
Nice job by Fuller to get the snap. It was a little high through the timing of the playoff, but Alvarez still gained 3 yards.
Kevin Karen makes the tackle for the Bears. So talking about the Sunday Ticket, if you've never been to Birdie's for the Sunday Ticket, you have to understand the layout. If you're on the outside deck bar, there are 4 banks of TVs on either side. So depending on where you sit, it doesn't matter. You will catch the NFL Sunday Ticket in all its glory. Here's a run up the middle by Alvarez. He'll get the 50. into Bear territory at the 49-yard line. Close to a first down. We'll see if they give it to him. Looks like they will. And it's first down, Exeter.
Good solid run by Alvarez. 4 carries for 22 yards for him now.
Continuing with activities at Birdie's, Monday 5 to 8 p.m. Dancing on the Deck with DJ Jimmy 2K. Tuesday 6:30 to 9:30 is open mic night. Wednesday 7 to 9 Jumpin' Jays music trivia on the deck. Here's going to be a run.
Oh, he goes.
Josh Jackson, and he's going to take it to the house. 49 yards for Josh Jackson and an Exeter touchdown.
Jackson did an excellent job of following his blockers there. Fouled him for about 10 yards, then saw his lane to cut and turn on his speed. That's a second really long touchdown run of the year. Great job by Jackson.
41-0 as a result. I'll tell you what, you talk about vision by these Exeter running backs. He went right, saw an opening on the left, cut it back, and had it, because I looked up thinking, okay, this will be a couple yards, and they'll bring him down, clock will run, but he did a real nice job bouncing it back to the left, and then, of course, out racing everybody. However, the dreaded laundry and the information I just wrote down I can scratch out.
It must have been right at the point of attack. It's too bad. That was a great run. Second touchdown tonight called back by penalty.
So are you a music trivia guy? Are you good with music trivia?
Not as good as sports trivia, but I'm okay.
I'm horrible. There goes Josh Jackson again. He's using his blocks nicely. Bounces it outside, shrugs the defender.
What a run.
All the way down to the 40. I mean, it was 1st and 20, and he probably picks up a good 19.
Yeah, he almost got it all back. Great run again.
Nice run, Josh Jackson.
Before I write it down, I'm looking for the flag. All right, we're good. 18, 19 yards.
So finishing up Birdies, that was Wednesday, the music trivia. Friday, 7 to 10 p.m., Matty Kaz returns to the deck. Remember, it's not just food. It's not just fun. It's where memories are made. Birdies in, 5 points in Exeter. Come make your story. So Donovan Alvarez back in there. It's going to be a quarterback keeper by Fuller. He's trying to run through everybody. He does, makes a nice cut to the outside, and it's a 40-yard touchdown run. Yeah, let's hold on.
Let's hold on. I see.
I don't know. Somebody's pointing.
I think we're good.
I think we're
All
good.
right.
I saw him pointing, and I didn't know if he was pointing to a flag or not.
That was a great fake by Fuller. He faked everybody out, and then he turned on the Jets. Awesome run by Fuller.
The 40-yard quarterback keeper. Now it's 47-0. Jake Franick will come on for the PAT.
20. That was 27-8, 35. It's 41 before the extra point. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's right, 41. Ball's down. Franick puts a cannon into it. It's good. And at the 3:39 mark of the fourth, it's 42. Nothing Exeter. We'll get it right. We'll be right back after this break. You're watching the Exeter Sports Network on Jerry Gilliff Media.
Life moves fast. Your insurance should keep up. At Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, Brad Coley shops over 30 top-rated carriers to find the right coverage for you. Home, auto, business, life. Whatever you need, they've got your back. Real service, real savings, real fast. Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group, the power of choice. At Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market, they keep it simple. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious. In the mood for a hoagie? Choose one from the menu or tell them what you want. A hot sandwich or a cheesesteak? They've got that covered too. Lunch meat for a family gathering? They have it fresh cut to order. Craving Italian? There are imported specialties you won't find anywhere else. Along with drinks, chips, snacks, and hot or cold brewed coffee in caramel, French vanilla, and hazelnut flavors. That's Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market. 15 Village Center Drive in Flying Hills. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious.
Jake Franick, guess what? It's a touchback.
What a weapon.
I'll tell you what, and we've talked about it. From a standpoint of what kickers used to be, if you could get a 35-yard field goal or a 33-yard field goal, you were doing pretty good in the kicking game. Touchbacks were unheard of. And at that point, yeah, to have somebody like that, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's almost every time. And, he's a good punter, too. We don't get to see it often, but he boomed the one punt he had tonight as well.
So the NFL in Brazil tonight, okay? Can we just stop this already?
Friday nights are
Seriously,
Friday
come
nights
on.
high school football. There shouldn't be NFL on.
But Brazil,
Yeah.
I know the NFL wants to go international, blah, blah, blah. But Brazil,
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan.
I know what you want to do, but okay. Well, there was that segment.
You can ruin a good thing. Too
And
much
they're
of a good-
trying.
Yeah.
Goodell is trying. It's what is up with professional sports? They're trying to wreck baseball, as far as a pitch clock and all this other junk.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
And the extra inning rule, too.
Oh, jeez. Oh, the ghost man.
Don't get me on that.
Oh,
one.
forget it. Well, you know what? Let's get started. Why not? We've got 2.5 minutes to go. Here
To
you
me,
go.
that's
Here's
like
Mike
shooting-
and his take on the ghost man on
The
second.
ghost man's like shooting a foul shot to decide a basketball game. It's not even in the rule. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
People pay a lot of money to go see a game. They want to see the game. I'm a partial season ticket holder for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I go to 21 games a year. If I want to watch a 15-inning game, that's something you remember. I don't want to watch guys on second base. That's ridiculous. They're catering to the fans who are average fans, not the diehard baseball people.
Yeah, the baseball game goes 3 hours. Wah, it was supposed to.
Yeah.
All right, the idea behind baseball is to go out there, enjoy the game, and it becomes timeless. You
Yes.
get lost in the game.
I don't care if I ever get back, the old song says.
Got it right. Here's a run up the middle. Swarmed under at the 20. Probably a loss of a couple.
Yeah, good
Look at that. 4th down already. Who knew?
Good gang tackling there by the Eagles.
Coming out of the game, big Josh Liss.
Of the Eagles. Looking on the play, 3rd down, 9 yards to go.
1:15 to go. A couple snaps will do it this evening. But an impressive night for Exeter. The defense holding the Bears. Offense, pass, obviously. Run game stifling them. And obviously with an offense like this, you stifle the run and you're in pretty good shape.
Absolutely, and that they were able to take away the fullback all night and the option pitches. They caused a couple fumbles. Did a really good job defensively, and they were on the field a lot for a couple reasons. One, penalties, but two, their offense scored so quickly. They were out there for a lot of plays and did a great job.
They did it perfectly. They called illegal procedure so the Bears won't have to give the ball up. That's clever. That's very, very clever.
Yeah, at this point, you just want to get out of Dodge.
That is the truth.
That's not a short ride home for them.
No, it is not.
As evidenced by about the 30 people they bought here tonight. It's not a short drive.
So 3rd and 19. There is absolutely nowhere to go. Exeter swarms him. A further loss. The play clock at 30, but more importantly, the game clock at 20. And you know what that means. It will wind down. And Exeter will go 3-0 on the 2025 season with a 42-0 victory over the Pleasant Valley Bears. The buzzer coming up. We will be right back with post-game comments after these messages. We thank you for joining us. We will be right back. This is the Exeter Sports Network.
At Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market, they keep it simple. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious. In the mood for a hoagie? Choose one from the menu or tell them what you want. A hot sandwich or a cheesesteak? They've got that covered too. Lunch meat for a family gathering? They have it fresh cut to order. Craving Italian? There are imported specialties you won't find anywhere else. Along with drinks, chips, snacks, and hot or cold brewed coffee in caramel, French vanilla, and hazelnut flavors. That's Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market. 15 Village Center Drive in Flying Hills. Good food, fast, fresh, and delicious. The new Birdie's Inn is Exeter's family spot with great food and beverages and activities for all ages. There's a full selection of beverages to go with your meal or while you watch a game on one of the 35 TVs. For the kids, there's a family game area as well as darts and a pool table. You can eat in the indoor dining room or out on the spacious heated deck. The new Birdie's Inn at 160 Old Friedensburg Road at 5 Points in Exeter. Proud sponsors of Berks County High School Athletics.
At Birdie's Inn we meet again.
Youth night here at Rifton. The Exeter Eagles, an impressive 42-0 victory. And Mike, while we could go over those first half numbers again, we can pretty much summarize it that Exeter on the offensive and defensive sides of the ball own the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that's the first thing when you talk to Matt Bauer after a game. It all starts up front. And tonight they dominated both sides of the line, and their playmakers made plays. The line, the point of attack will get you 5, 6, 7 yards, and then the explosion gets you the 50-yard plays, and that's what they did tonight. So they owned the line of scrimmage, both sides, which they needed to do, especially defensively, to, get the ball, keep Pleasant Valley from maintaining it, and they got their explosive plays, and they did what they needed to do and got out of here, relatively healthy, setting up a big game with Mifflin next week.
And these are the type of games you look at it on paper. Yes, you're supposed to win, but as they always say, that's why they play the game. Exeter came out with the intensity that they needed to have. Ultimately, again, I think those penalties, they have to reel those in, kind of the discipline, not giving up some easy first downs, not taking away your own touchdowns kind of thing. So obviously something to work on there. But from a standpoint of winning the games you're supposed to win, they certainly do that, and they did that tonight.
Yeah, and and you're exactly right. But one of the things with those penalties, they don't let it kill them. I mean, they got a touchdown call back, they score again. They have a second and give up a first down on a roughing the kicker, then they keep them to 3 and out after the first down. So, they get behind the sticks on a 2nd and 20, and they gain 19 yards on the next play. So, they battle back. They're resilient, and they're winners, and they know how to win. And that's, years of building that up here. And these kids believe in what they're doing. They believe in their coaches. And, but they do have to cut the penalties out, when they get into these bigger games, down the stretch with Conestoga Valley. You got Muhlenberg coming up in a couple weeks, who's much improved. Effort is better this year. So they're going to have some games coming up that they're not going to be able to make those kind of mistakes in. So, if you're going to make them, you're going to do those penalties, now's the time to do it.
And we'd be remiss. It's easy not to talk about the star of the game because we talk about him all game long, but he deserves his due. Leo Brown, a very special running back, obviously takes some pressure off of Jake Hafer, but he came and did the job tonight.
Yes, he did. I mean, his first touchdown, breaking tackles, following his blocks, just unbelievable. The one time he had his hand on the hip of the I think it was Liss who was pulling around. It was textbook football. It's just fun to watch. And he's explosive, and he runs with vision. And you got to give credit to the running back coach here at Exeter, too, because, and I don't know who it is. I should, but I don't. But those kids know how to follow blocks and cut. You saw it with Jaden Zandier, who didn't start playing the position until his 4th game of his junior year. Yeah, he's a great athlete, talented athlete, but some of that stuff's taught, too. So it's just fun to watch these guys. Alvarez had some great runs at the end. The play faking these quarterbacks is something else we should talk about. Hafer had some great ones tonight. Fuller scored on a 40-yard run after a play fake. They do the little things right, too, and that to me is coaching and kids that are willing to be coached.
And we'll give Josh Jackson some love, too, even though they called that one back. He made an amazing play running right and obviously having the vision to take it to the left and into the end zone.
You know, he may be the 2-back here at Exeter, but I bet a lot of schools would like him to be their 1-back. He's explosive. That kid can run. And, he showed us that again tonight.
Without a doubt. And, of course, we talk offense, we talk defense as far as those guys up front, Kevin Oswald and Joel Marino and Matt Liss, I think, and Andre Osborne, those guys up there, the linebackers, just a phenomenal job. Of course, we talk Jake Franick, the kickoffs, and how much of a weapon he is. Sometimes what we forget, and we do make mention of it when we see it, but Jaden Ware back there returning kicks is a special player too.
Yeah, he had an electrifying 52-yarder, and he had a not-so-spectacular but very solid 15-yarder to get him in decent position. Yeah, he's really solid back there, and, he's a guy that can go the distance anytime he touches the ball. And tonight we saw Exeter try and get him the ball on a toss sweep, and then they put him in motion for the toss sweep, then put him in motion to throw out in the flat. So, they're constantly looking, like we said earlier, to get guys involved. And from week to week, Brown's been the workhorse the last 2 weeks, but who knows, next week could be a big game from Ware or Kozik or somebody else. You try and take something away from Exeter, these coaches and these kids will find a way to get somebody else involved. That's what's part of what makes it so exciting to call their games.
Coach Bauer has to feel good about coming into today's game. Again, one of those potential catch games where you may not have the intensity in coming out like we talked about, but they brought their A game, and they take tonight's final score, 42-0, Exeter over Pleasant Valley. Football coverage continues on the Exeter Sports Network on Friday, September 12th, as your Exeter Eagles will take on the Governor Mifflin Mustangs right here in Rifton. Mike, look for a barn burner.
I'm excited for that one, and I'm sure the kids are too, and the coaches. You get the local games like that. I like the fact that Exeter played an option team this week. Mifflin's an option team. They looked really good defending it tonight, so hopefully that carries over.
That game will be on air for the pregame around 6:45 to wrap things up. For my partner, Mike Mitchell, our producer, Jason, back there, nicely done, young man. Our camera girl, Olivia Renninger. We appreciate all of her efforts over there. I'm Darren Zeiner. Thanks for joining us on the Exeter Sports Network on Jerry Gelliff.
Thank you for joining us for Exeter Eagles football on the Exeter Sports Network. Brought to you by Birdie's Inn, where they remind you to have fun and be kind. Goosehead Insurance, the Coley Insurance Group. Advanced Comfort Specialists, supplying all of your HVAC needs. And Borelli's Creperie, Deli, and Market in Flying Hills. Join us all season long for Exeter Sports Network coverage of your Exeter Eagles. This has been a presentation of Jerry Gelliff Media. Good night.